Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm in quite a conundrum, and I'm usually am on a daily basis, in in trying to bring forth, my ideas and my beliefs, because it's like I'm caught between the secular and the non-secular. So the worldly and the spiritual. As most of you know, I hate money. I want to get rid of money. I truly believe that the world is better without money, that it does nothing but hurt us. Then, of course, at the same time, I have a company that I'm trying to grow, which will be trying to make money. I know about one of my movie concepts, which of course would make money. Now I've justified it in that the money will be used for a purpose, for what I would deem good purposes, and helping in any way I could. Excuse me. But it's always a fight for me on whether or not I should do it. I always question and wonder if I should give up all my ideas that have to do with the worldly realm, that have to deal with capitalism and money and whatnot. Like I said, I believe I have ideas that can make money, but should I pursue that? Am I just being a hypocrite? Am I just justifying myself? And then it came up again recently because I read an article the other day on YouTube, and it was covering New Orleans in a town hall meeting, and it was a meeting to decide how they're going to rebuild it, and specifically on getting low income housing in there. Of course, the residents who live there, been living there, want low income housing to return, to really have some makeup of low income housing. But the word is, that the powers that be want to rebuild New Orleans, make it bigger and better. Read between the lines, keep out as many black poor folk as possible. And so they had closed up this town hall meeting. They were locking people out, not allowing them in. Allowing them in. He tried to say incidents of people being tasered and forcibly removed and whatnot. And it just it frustrated me, and it upset me, because it's just the same stuff. I mean, we as blacks just constantly go through the same shit. And then what? We complain about it for a little bit, but we don't seek to make any real change about it, to really do something about it, to really get up and fight and do something about it. And no one's going to help us. No one's going to help us. All right? We have to help ourselves, because no one cares about us. Not as a race of people. Why should they? They need to worry about themselves. And so I'm trying to figure out what it's going to take for us to really do something about it, instead of just keep bumping our gums and little things here and there, but not really doing anything. We're just on the bottom of the totem pole here in the United States and worldwide as a people. Blacks, we're just on the bottom. And so I initially started thinking, is it going to take a serious revolution, a real revolution, a fight, a war? And then I thought about it in two aspects: a monetary war and a physical war. The monetary war, I was thinking, here in the United States, how do you really hurt the United States? How do you hurt this country? How do you make your voice heard? You do it in the pockets. You hit them in the pocketbook. And we as blacks here in this country have power if we were to come together. Monetarily, the money we spend, if we put all our money together that we spend every year, our income that we generate and we spend, we will be, I think it's like the seventh largest nation in the world. The seventh. Think about that. The seventh largest. Think about the money we have. And so if we use that money, if we came together as one and use that money, we could better our own schools, right? Create our own businesses within our community and sell to everyone outside. Buy from ourselves, sell to everybody outside. So we keep our money and take care of ourselves. Right? And then we have great power of boycotting companies if you want to make change. I mean, we have that power, but it takes coming together as one to do this. I mean, everybody coming together. Excuse me. And then you have so many people who are beaten and don't even care, don't even think they can make a change. Those who don't care, those who have money and so aren't really worried about it. Why I need to mess up my money? You know, entertainers, sports figures. You know, they figure they set anyway. They set for life because they family. So why really worry about the true state of the the black community? Really, once again, those little donations here and there, we know aren't working because we're still suffering. It's going to help a little bit here, and maybe a little bit here, but as a whole, we're suffering. And like I said, worldwide, it's bad. And so then, the fighting aspect is, I was wondering, do we need to create a war in Africa? Using our money, our power here, finance a war in Africa. Buying arms from other countries and kicking out the countries that are exploiting Africa still to this day, and overthrowing those regimes who are exploiting the people, those leaders who take all the money but don't care about the people. I mean, goddamn, when we gonna do something about our people at home? We're hurting. Our people are hurting there at home. Africa is our home. And they're hurting way worse than anything we are doing here in America. You can go to the roughest ghetto anywhere here in America, and it can't fuck with the slums over there in Africa. It just can't. It can't. There's no comparison. You just don't know. Some of you might, but you just don't know. And it's like, what is it going to take to raise ourselves, to believe in the power of ourselves, the power that we hold as a people, and do something about it? I mean, what is it going to take? And I think no black leader has led such a drive to do something like that, a revolution on that scale. And so then, once again, it falls into, there again, I'm talking about money, but I'm trying to justify it in saying that, am I using fire to fight fire? I will be using money in the short term to look at the long-term goal of getting rid of money. Bring ourselves to power. Take over our home country, our continent. Use its resources there. Build our wealth and through industry and company there, and then provide for ourselves within our country. So providing food, shelter, clothing, medical care freely to every person within our nation, and then the same concept of selling to the people outside of us. Using capitalism just for the express purpose of bringing ourselves to power, but then within our nation not using it, right? And just giving out to the other world, using it to exploit the outside world from us. Now, once again, am I delusional in that sense? Well, I know most people say I'm delusional and trying to get rid of money, but I'd rather be delusional in that sense than anything. Believing that we have to take care of each other as a world. Because this was going to take. Either we have to come together as one, as a world, and get rid of money, or is it a step that us blacks need to come together, raise ourselves to power, and then that will progress to getting rid of the money worldwide? I don't know. I question, I wonder, and something has to be done. So it's something I have to look into, something I have to pursue, that maybe that's what it's going to take. A revolution. A revolution. To get us to the ultimate point. I don't know. But that's what I'm fighting with. But it's all for truth. Right? In the end, it's all for truth. God bless. Peace and love.